Good ladies, morning, evening, and gentlemen. I hope you are having a great day. It's hot here, my flat in England. Cooking, baking. We're about to play some more Oxygen Not Included. Continuing our saga to see if we can actually make some iso resin out of this resin. We could just pump the resin back and send it home. Well, that's no fun. We don't want to do that. We want to try to convert it to iso resin first and then send it back. I don't know if we can do it, but we can certainly try. So, without any further ado, let us switch over to the game and where we left it. Ellie was busy. She had finished preparing this room, which may or may not die a certain death when this volcano erupts. But she's currently busy sorting this hydrogen vent out. Hopefully this little gridlock will survive and won't overheat. Oh, okay, it's already overheated. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? That didn't take long. Where is she? Is she coming to do some work here? This one survived, but that one didn't. Fair enough. A little cloud will come out every single time. Getting that swept out. Good, good, good. I want that swept out. I wish this was one lover, this thimbleweed, because I'd like to leave it in situ. We will also move this power wire. Oops, crikey. Yeah, we'll bring it down the side here and across. It'll look much neater. Or we'll just bring the power in from this side. Who knows? We'll figure it out. There's a lot on this wire, but we're relying on the fact that it doesn't all work at once, and this exosuit forge only works very rarely because Ellie doesn't like to use it. There's one Atmo suit there that she could, yeah. Oh, she has used it already. That's 480 watts, so you can kind of take off of this. It really doesn't anything. Literally, instantly turned to iso resin as I was speaking. That's great. Good. Well, that means we got some oxygen in here. Oh, well. Such is life. We will pump it out. Will we pump it to our little overpressured room of doom? Well, we'll make sure it can release any gases that shouldn't be in there. Hopefully it won't be polluted oxygen. Here, there's a plan. What we could do then is take a little bit of power wire. Pop it out this way. And stick one of those deodorizers on it. A very high priority. Please do that. And the wire. Do those. Very high priority. Do them now, please. That is on a high priority, but she just really doesn't like doing it. Errands. Low priority. Let's double up arrow and it's still a low priority. But if she can build this, then at least hopefully we'll only have the one type of gas in here to deal with. Doesn't really make huge amounts of difference, but it's made of thermium, that cable. Oh, okay, good job. Right, now come in here and do this thing. Errand, low priority. Why is it such a low priority to you? Want it done and dusted and out of the way. You would rather build these floors that I put in. See which bit she's doing. Where's she going now? Oh, she's going to build that. Forgot I put that in, actually. I just didn't want this door to get so hot. I mean, I don't want it getting a certain amount of heat, but I don't want it to get too bloody hot. Right, there we go. Out you go. This one's been okay, temperature-wise. What are we doing down here for temperature? I'd like to skim this layer off, but it's getting very close to this very, very hot area of abyssallite. If I had enough materials, I'd probably brick this into the same height as this. Well, along a nice flat base. Room. This has basically given us oxygen. all been purified by those puffs. Every time he poops out a bit of oxygen, now it gets swept into our room here and used to put oxygen into our Atmo suits, which is brilliant. Well, let's go and how long have we got left on this? It's dormant for another 11 cycles. Okay, fair enough. I want to see where she's gone. What is she up to now? Oh, she's doing that. Okay, fair enough. It's all got to be done. It's all got to be done. And that gives us an awful lot of igneous rock if we can get it out of here without it getting stupendously hot. I don't want to be bringing it into the base if it's ridiculous. Now that will do. You can stop there. We'll brick this up and get this obsidian out. Brick that up with igneous oils. This should be, at this point, most highest priority job, isn't it? Oh no, maybe putting that bleach stone away. Higher priority. Oh, these are on a 6. We would rather do those on a 6. Fine, fine, fine. Picked up bleach stone, picked up bleach stone. Put it in the box. Yeah, that's good. What about the other bleach stone? Well, that needs to be put in it. Yes, that's fair enough. That's true. Could have done a double door this. You know, I used to do 5 doors before they started. When they first introduced them, they weren't powered. After a while, they became like they were powered doors. And yeah, I used to do 5 in a row, and that made a perfect airlock. They'd run through, and they opened super fast and closed super quickly. No power. Then I made them 120 watts and made them a bit slower. That was a brilliant airlock, that was. You could just run through 5 doors. Hopefully, if we leave that, then that should be her primary job tomorrow. This should be high kilos of pressure in here, so it should keep this out. Well, this is very pressured, isn't it? Crikey. How much oxygen we got in here? These guys constantly dropping oxalite everywhere. We can't sweep this one out either. He's got some bog jelly to eat, so he's a happy tree. He's supposed to be a grumpy tree, but he's happy when he's got some bog jelly. And there's nothing in these resin, no food germs. Okay, let's go back to later and see if they finally finished building this system of doom. So this gas thing was designed just to clear this room out. And it's done its job. So we can now... We'll leave that on above 2 million, trillion, whatever, 20,000. And we'll snip this off for now, because we don't want to pump anything anywhere. This will just overpressure. And this machine gets started, which it should be ready to start. We'll power it back up. I'm just going to power one of them. It should make some gas instantly. And it will use this gas to keep itself cool. So, you know, it would have been a nice idea to have run the liquid pipe through here. Keep these machines cool. What I think we can do from underneath is we could probably make some of these like old pipes or something, maybe, if I keep that cool in there. Or we could make ourselves a little liquid lock and pop in and do something if we wanted to. So I'll just leave one running for a minute. This needs to... Oh, is it set already? Yeah, as soon as fertilizer is made, it's being chucked out. The little journey of the fertilizer goes all the way down here, all the way to the middle, and half will get dropped one side, half the other. This may have been a bad time to start a stream, because I think we maybe... Oh, how did a plug slug get in here? You're not supposed to... You're not supposed to have been brought in here, are you? Well, it looks like all of them can harvest. I thought that was just a farmer's job. Harvesting. But no, it seems like they can all pitch in and harvest. We'll chuck the plug slug and this plug slug over here. They can both be wrangled up. Got rid of. We bring the pips down. The sweetles down here. Yeah, that's what's supposed to be down here. The sweetles. We'll wrangle these guys up. Pips can stay where they are. That sweetlers wrangle you up as well. Right, good job. And it seems like George has got nothing better to do. So we'll get George to come over here and bust into this room, I think. Dormant. Okay, good. This is a great time to bust in then. Actually there. Cancel that. It's a bit hard to see where you're busting in sometimes, but I want to leave that tile there. Go for these two. There we go. That should give them something to do. Yeah. Got something to do now. Don't panic. This is all very hot. This needs to be dropped in here, doesn't it? Dropped in the soup to cool it off. So we need to put a tile in line with that. Just one to the left, right there. Let's actually come down a couple. We can put one of those dispenser things on it. Automatic dispenser. To dispense right into the same spot. So we can set that to sulfur and just dispense it into there. Now, this is not too hot. It's not going to flash to steam. Good. We're just going to do that. Oh, crap. Not enough materials. What are we going to use then if we can't use igneous? Yes, we can. We got loads of igneous. Right. Build that. We'll also get rid of the mechanical airlock out of here. Put you. EA. No power wire there at all. That's perfect. That'll push this water up into this room, which is where I want it. How long is he dormant for? 17. Okay, good. Needs to be done as well. That needs to be done. Perfect. Now that needs to be deconstructed, please. Get rid of you. Will our water disappear? Oh no, it's in that one tile there. You shouldn't be sopping wet. Right, I do want all this steel swept out of here. Very. Please sweep it all out. Now, do we have a little bit of thermium over here? I think these things... No, I know what I'm going to do. Deconstruct it. We're going to deconstruct it. That's what we're going to do. This bit of steel is... I like it. What we're going to do... We're going to move this down so it's in the water. Then it'll have something to deposit its heat into. If the water turns to steam, it'll still have steam to deposit its heat into. So, and there should be a nice layer of water here or steam in the room. So if we have the sweeper going at an angle, it'll look a bit different. Auto sweeper made of steel. The reason it died up there is because it was in a vacuum. If we put it like that, the corner of it will always be in this water. Oh, same with the conveyor loader. If we stand it there, bring down the... Oh, bring down the power wire. Oh, the power wire doesn't need to. This one it does. It's the automation wire probably then. No, that seems legit. We just flipped it round. Okay, fair enough. You know what? I'd prefer it went into the wall around here though. This may or may not even be necessary. I'd prefer it went like that. That looks a lot nicer. And then go round in a circle there. That needs to go to the gas vent. You can go now. Extraneous pipage in the walls. You know, you get that bit, that's fine. Hi, Punk. How you doing, Punk? Been here while this is dormant, giving this another renovation, because the machinery in here are overheated and died. We need, also, it would look a lot nicer if the power wire down there. It's fine. But that bit of power wire can go. Bit of railing. Yeah, we'll do the railing neatly as well. We'll go up like that. The railing can go. We've got the time to do it. We've got 11 cycles to kill until the tungsten volcano kicks in. I can't see the aquatuner causing any steam there. Hop over and have a quick look. There's the tree's still munching away. He's having a great time, isn't he? The sweeper's going. Oh, it's got mushrooms to eat. Oh, that's so good. Oh, there goes another one. Ha ha, we came at a good time. Oh, there goes another one. It might take a long time to grow and we'll run out of slime eventually, but you know. There goes another bit of mushroom. Munch away. Delicious. Fungus food party. So it's got a nice bit of resin in here, but what we're waiting for is our resin cooking machine to make iso resin, and that is reliant on this volcano making this turn to steam. I thought this aquatuner would have warmed it up to steam levels. Got it quite hot. It's 96 degrees, this conveyor rail, 96 degrees this water. So I think the next time this needs the aquatuner to run again, that might actually get it hot enough to flash to steam. Ooh. If it does, then we might be onto something. How are we doing here? 196.9 degrees. That's absolutely perfect. Pretty much all the way along. That's wonderful. Let's go back to what we were doing. The 970,000th attempt at doing this room. There is now oxygen in here again. So let's big up that. Let's do all of this. And yeah, how are we going to do the oxygen situation? I like to pump the oxygen out. I put a pump here. Hang on, this is the cooling loop. Oh yeah, that can actually be relocated now, can't it? That's a bit silly. We'll do it up here. And we'll do one little bit of igneous. Priority, all of this to get it done as soon as you wake up, please. Right, so what I was thinking of is if we put one of those mini pumps there, even if it does melt, it'll just give us a liquid lock to enter by. That'll be useful. But it'll be in a better position. If it was over here, it would be kind of useless. But over here, it'd be actually quite useful. We could use it to get in. But I'd rather this wasn't running through it in that case. So I'd rather that was moved to there. Yeah, I'd prefer that. So then go ventilation. Not that, not that. Where is it? Mini gas pump. Made of plastic. We got loads of plastic, so we'll just pop it there. We'll put some ventilation pipage. Just normal gas pipe can come up to there. high pressure vent can go there. And make sure it's got a little wee bit of power to it. Okay. That's a bit of an issue, but all that steel to just lock in there and never use again. Well, we can dig the steel out from above. Yeah, that's fine. Right, excellent. Good job. I do not anticipate the steam turbine ever running. I don't think it will get hot enough for that. At least building these blocks here should push the water level so it's up here. So it should actually do something now. It might turn to steam. It might not. I don't care. Even if it does turn to steam, it probably won't be hot enough to run the turbine ever. Might do. Who knows? Might do a couple of little putts. Keep going. Nice. I think that's looking good. Automation wise, I'm just leaving that plugged in. That could actually go here now, but that was in case. Oh, yeah. I want to bring that down. There. Probably, yeah. And the other way of doing it would be to make the thermosensor run this instead of the sweeper. Then the sweeper can load it in. And it can just sit there in the water cooling down. It will cool eventually. Nah, it's alright. Sod it. Just leave it like that. It's only sulfur. I ain't fussed. Up here, however, that has not been built. Oh, okay, fair enough. Put that later. We do have to make sure that we cancel sulfur going into the other one, the container by the sweep, or by the interplanetary, whatever it's called. This thing. Applied teleporter, that's the thing. One of these is for sulfur. Bloody cats, you're so annoying. Where are we going to put the cats to stop them doing that? Oh, there's a cuddle pip having a cuddle moment. Where are we going to put those cats? They're annoying. Keep taking everything out of our containers. Come on. God, that took a deep breath, didn't it? Right, now that's finally raised the water level up. That's what I should have done in the first place. Or put this equipment down there in the water. But it was never touching the sulfur, because the sulfur just melted it. It's turned it to a steam and it condensed in this corner and never got used. Just sat down here. So now this is in the water, and this is technically in the water as well. Oh, cooling loop, yes. Snip and connect. And cancel any overwrites. Run it on. Run it on. Take your turns, take your turns. Hello, BLS Envoy. How are you today? Are you well? Hope you're having a great day. Great day, everybody. This has to be set to sulfur, but I'm not going to do it yet because then it'll start chunking, and I don't want it running just yet. You can just drop up there for now. That's fair enough. It would be better if this was a nice straight line, don't get me wrong, but no, it's done now and I'm not going to mess arse around with it. Right, that can't be reached, so that can be cancelled. Anything that's not supposed to be in this room, we'll sweep it out. The sweeper can take it if they don't use it. I'll set it to... No, actually, if you set it to sweep, I don't think the sweeper will pick it up. We'll see. A little bit left to go. Going to rearrange this pipage a little bit. And then I'll just brick up this end, I think. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to set this. I'm going to change it to solid insulated. Just up to, say, there. Yeah, on a 5, that'll do great. Come on, come and do stuff, please. Oh, crikey. Getting stuck. Do. Come on. Where is everybody? Yeah, there you are. Because there isn't enough room for a fire pole in here. Oh no, not great. That's not good. We don't want to... Not great. Hope things get better soon. One more piece of wire to do that nobody seems to want to put in. Reconstruct that bit. Yeah, I hope it gets better. Whatever the problem is. Come on, somebody. Anybody? They've probably got to go 500 miles just to find whatever it is we need. Problem with this on here is when this... Yeah, I probably need 2 of these hydro sensors so that we can set this to constantly run and drip water down onto these batteries to keep them cool. At times when it's not actually... When this cool slush geyser is actually inactive. I think we're going to have to switch who we're powering and power this side instead for a bit. That should pretty much all be the same settings. We've got an AND gate and a... Uh-oh, is the chat still working? Can anyone confirm that they can hear me? I seem to be having issues. Ah, good. Thank you very much. There's spirals in the chat room going, uh-oh, it's not connecting. I think we may have a thunderstorm coming. If we do and the power goes out, then I'll probably just wait a few hours rather than trying to get straight back on. We'll only just keep going off and on all the time. Right, the pump is now powered, which will start pumping. It'll be a bit pointless because, yeah. Can you take that bit of sedimentary out of here, please? Hello? Don't go to break. Oh, crap. Now they've gone to break. Well, this pump is kind of wasting its time here. Oh, dear. Right. Yeah, we'll brick this back in again and just let this pump sit. And if it does melt and turns into a bit of naphtha, then hopefully it won't interfere with anything and it will just sit up there and become an airlock. If the naphtha melts and it pours down here, then we might have problems. But hopefully it'll just sit there, and if it does melt, it'll just sit there. But now this is the right height and the water is the right level. I've got a feeling this will just instantly turn into little sulfur beads. Beads of sulfur. We'll also break that and make that even looking. Yeah. So, excellent. I'll set that to sulfur. Actually, is this cooling down now? We'll set that to sulfur now. Now I've got to remember where sulfur is on the menu. There it is, under miscellaneous. The sweeper is now being kept cool by this water and this cooling loop. Awesome sauce. Excellent. Yep. Be a heatsink. There we go. There we go. It will just pump up the... Yeah, when we break this in, this pump will automatically pump it to a vacuum. And if in the future there is an issue, we can... Hopefully. Yeah, should be able to. We put a tile here and we dig these 2 tiles out, then that should block... no, I don't know. Might be able to use it. I'm hoping it won't melt, but if it does, it does. Probably. Uh-oh. Well, delays for the system. And that means we now have automatic sulfur being taken up and dumped into this water tank. It is making it quite hot though, isn't it? That's a problem. I don't want it making the this water over 30 degrees, because then it won't be able to, our plants will stifle. It'll be too hot for them. So we may have to take it up here. Drop it in this one. I don't mind that. That's fine by me. I'm quite happy to put a tile or something here and drop all of our... Yeah, it just means making a pipe over the other polluted water. Boom. Ha. There you go. This bit coming out could go up there and back in, couldn't it? This isn't polluted water, though. This is actually petroleums. And I didn't really want it to cool all this down. Could just cool this spot. Yeah, you could. You could. Or we could... I'm beginning to get a plan. A plan. This goes all the way through here, right? Right. So if we use that to our advantage, cancel building that, cancel building that, and maybe we deconstruct a couple of tiles there. We could drip it into here. We could drop it in there instead and actively cool that little space here. I'll make it what, too thick? Yeah, we'll make it too thick. Too wide. Things. We'll deconstruct that one. Construct that one. Priority. Yeah, do you want to stop? I think you stop now. Don't do that anymore. This is very hot material. I don't want it doing that. Making this 31.3, that water. You could also put a thermosensor connected to auto sweeper. Yeah, I could do it that way. I'm intending to maybe brick this section off, and then we can open this section so they don't have to put suits on to come here. They can just come and collect sulfur and then put it in there, or we'll just send it straight over there automatically, like we did with the iron from the iron volcano. That cools it down, and then once it's cool, it sends it on. Because we don't really need the sulfur here. They need the sulfur over there. So power-wise, we can get rid of this. Get rid of that wire, because that's not necessary to the system. What else have we got running through here? We've got liquid. Come on. Oh, yeah, that's the one. We got liquid piping, and we want to make some more iron will do. I guess iron will do. Yeah, iron will do fine. We got it free here, so might as well use it. And what we'll do, we'll just let that come round and back and up. Priority that. Oh, I've been watching or you've been watching, should I say. Francis John. Yeah. That's alright. Now you can expand the size of your rockets. So what we'll do is we'll make the water come out and around and out and carry on its normal journey, so we don't have to mess with it too much. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually put a liquid dispenser thing here and let some of this petroleum just drop into this area, this space. And then we can just put the chute here for now. It may not stay like that, but for now it will. I think it might actually better a bit deeper, to be honest. I might make it a bit deeper. Doesn't matter if they build that there in the wrong spot, because it's fine if they do. I might make it a bit deeper. I want to come too deep because I wanted this sort of contained, but hey, it's fine. Right, I might build that a bit lower now. Go back to our liquid pipage. That can be deconstructed, please. Yeah, I want this redirected now. bit straighter. That way when I brick it in, I don't have to brick it in with a pipe stuck in the wall. I'm always doing that, like that one. Very annoying. Right, liquid-wise, I need a bit of a gap in the pipe. Okay, I did that. That's got to come out. That's got to be allowed out. Yep. Radiant liquid pipe. That's now I want it here instead, please. There we go. I'm going to go one down. That way we can brick it in later on. Get the thing working properly. We can brick it in. Right, okay. We might have to make this thicker, actually, because if I want a sweeper in here, it will need to be a bit wider, I think. Probably one more wide. That's looking much better now. I prefer that. I want to get rid of this pipe. We'll get rid of that out of here. Please allow me to click things. Thank you very much, game. Yeah. Right, so you can get rid of that pipe. And that's done. Sweep up that igneous. And we can make this out of igneous. Yeah, you can stop now. You don't have to. Just go there. Yeah, we'll let them get in first. Right, good. Build all this. What's flashing up there? Is that liquid pipe? No. Power wire? That's power. Can't reach it. Okay. Well, the roof can come down then. I can't destroy this side until I can stop them coming in suits. Let's pop over to Grossalin and see if she's managed to... she has. The data banks need to be swept out of here, please. Please and thank you. Now, if I brick there, I'm afraid I'm probably going to push the oxygen inside this room. I'm going to attempt to brick there. She will stand with this door open the entire time she's building that brick. But, oh no, oxygen's in there anyway. There, we'll have to pump it out. Damn it. Oh well. All this is made of thermium and should never overheat because this thing pumps out at 500 degrees. So, yeah, it shouldn't overheat. He's been slowly building these, even on a 1. Ricky. Yeah, I thought you'd stand in there with the door wide open while you built it. Never mind. We got a little bit of oxygen in the system. Oh, there's oxygen in the system. Oh, there's another pocket now. Right, that can go. Thank you very much. That can go. Build that back into... Come on, build that back into there, please. Get rid of that. Rid of... yeah, get rid of that. Tidying up. Getting our thermium wires back. Thermium cabling. All of that can come back. And we'll probably brick that in with an extra layer. Yeah, probably. We'll have to pump this hydrogen out and get rid of that oxygen out of here. Once it's gone dormant, I think that's probably the best time to do that. Or we run a high pressure filter thing on here and pump the whole thing out if we can. Just pump it all into there, and anything that's not hydrogen will get pumped out here. Yeah, this is over pressure, so but as soon as I start pumping, it will start venting. So what we could do is just run ourselves. It doesn't have to be, well, it is hot, so yeah, it probably does have to be. I don't want to overheat this place. If I go 2 pipes like along there like that, and we go ventilation. No, we won't be wasting any hydrogen. We'll be wasting. What we're going to do is we're going to put that there like that, and we'll go gas pipe element sensor right there. Then we'll get a knock gate. Like that. And a bit of wire. We'll go link them together. Like so. Yeah, you can go off the brake. And then we'll run this on a lower priority. That can be done first. There you go. So we won't waste any hydrogen. Don't panic about that. Don't worry. No hydrogen is wasted in the making of this farm. Right. How much isoresin do we actually have? Well, that's a good question. We have made a small amount of isoresin as of now. Some of it was made, well, most of it was made by accident. Let's put isoresin on the list so we can take a look. Here somewhere. Nope. Keep going. There's resin, actually. We'll keep note of resin. We'll keep note of isoresin, too. Organic. Here it is. There we go. We could make the insulation here, but no, I'm not going to make it here. That'll be made back at home. Back at Lavini, where we have ridiculous quantities of abyssalite. But we don't have ridiculous quantities of reed fibre yet. So we do have to, work on that. You're still making ridiculous amounts of supercoolant. Let's go up here and see if our tank is looking rather full. Oh, look at that. Yay. Mop. That. Good job. Good job, guys. Right, let's see how this is looking. Right, liquid pipe there. Let's put another normal pipe there so we can run it round up. Then I want the where is what for the reed fibre? Yeah, we need another one of these chutes. Gonna put it, where are we gonna put it? Right above, or are we gonna drop it like, no, we'll drop it there, like that. That can be. No, polluted oxygen. Come on, come on. Oh, it must be a game save. Ah, 5 cycle game save. Let's have a drink. It is important to stay hydrated and headbutt the microphone at all opportunities. Crikey. Okay. Well, we haven't set up a proper reed fibre plant because we've been making our reed fibre from those critters instead. So we've been keeping pretty nicely on top of it with that. I want to get rid of the railing up here now. Get rid of you. Get rid of that chute. Boom. Job done. Yeah, we'll probably have to expand this because I want it 3 wide. I don't like it like that. Yeah. I'm sure we'll be able to make some polluted water because we'll have so much natural gas that we'll be able to set up a little plant to burn off the natural gas, which will produce polluted water by the bucket load. Actually, it's probably not that fast at producing polluted water, but it'll do. I'm going to extend this side because I'd rather it was 3 wide. Means we'll bring the we'll bring the petroleum round here and back and then up. Yeah. We could go up and round. That'd probably look neater. Go. There we go. Build all of this. Oh, that's been bricked in. So now this pump should actually pump to a vacuum eventually. It'll take its time, but, it's got all the time in the world, doesn't it? Doesn't need to worry. We need to get this cobalt ore out of here. Get the lead out of here. Yeah, so we'll make a little room here that will cool down the outputting sulfur and then automatically send it to Lavini. Perfect. Unless, of course, we want some sulfur here for whatever reason. Who's not doing her job? She should be doing these plants. Come on. Look, we'll have you. Oh, she is doing her plants. Sorry, Ellie. I jumped to conclusions and I was wrong. Yeah, we've got to sweep all these seeds out before they start rotting as well. That'd be a good idea. Might just sweep them into this pond. Just drop them in here and let the fish eat them. Probably have abundance of huge amount of crop of fish, which is fine. I don't mind. Can you build that one, please? Please, any chance? Igneous, sweep that out. Right, so there's 3 wide. We can put a sweeper here, and we'll need the what's it called? Skipping. We need the conveyor rail element sensor. Yeah, we'll need that on the actual rail, please. Ah, just there. Is that lead? Yeah, I don't want to make that out of lead. It'll probably be fine out of lead. Now we got steel, we might as well use it, hey? That'll tell the temperature of that. And if that'll tell not the temperature, that's the wrong one. This is the one for just the element. So it'll say, oh yes, there's a piece of sulfur. And then what we'll do, similar to the other one, we'll add a buffer gate to it. And the buffer gate, oh, we put it there, but I've got a stupid wire in the way. Put the buffer gate over here then. I don't want it going down. We'll go round. We'll be civilized and go round, okay. That can all be built, please. Now, that goes into the buffer gate. And every time a piece goes through here, the buffer gate will start ticking. But if another piece comes through, it'll just restart the buffer gate from the beginning again. So when the final piece drops in, after it's erupted and it keeps chunking all the pieces out, we then set a time for how long we want it to sit in this cooled environment before we ship it out. I believe we've got quite a lot of choice, right up to 200 seconds maximum. I'll probably leave it on the full 200 seconds. And actually, that's not going to be in the wall, is it? That's got to be moved along one. The wall is actually going to be... Yeah. Deconstruct and deconstruct. Right, because I'm going to get rid of this row now. Now, if we brick this in from this side, we'll probably bust it through from this side, and then they don't have to keep putting suits on to come in here. Be a lot better, wouldn't it? Brick that in from that side. Don't brick yourself in, though. I know what sort of muppets these people are. Bunch of dupes. Bunch of muppets. I don't really care how much cobalt ore I've got. Ridiculous quantities of dirt, so that's not a problem. Right. Please don't brick yourselves in, because I know that you're going to brick yourselves in right now. Well, George is planning on it. Please don't brick yourself in. Nobody come running in. Boom, now do that one. Right, good. Now you can bust in over this side. Yeah, that'll make it a bit easier for getting in here. Can't leave it too long, because otherwise this will overpressure. Well, there probably isn't much air in here, actually, for it to pump out. Yeah, that should be better. We could add quite a bit more water to this if we wanted. Wouldn't make any difference. I don't think that's ever going to run the steam turbine anyway. The more water that's in here, the more better it can be for keeping everything cool and cooling down the sulfur. All we're going to do is going to be very simple, very, I don't know what you'd call it. Brute force and ignorance would probably come to mind. Like that. Well, that will now run in here. And I would like to hide this wire now. That's horrible, isn't it? Now? Yeah, I don't like that now. That wire can go up to there, I guess. And across. We've got to put a sweeper arm in here anyway. So, we can do that. And deconstruct that. And all of that. Then our automation, no, the buffer gate, we'll put it on 200 seconds and we'll feed that into the sweeper. Sweeper will go, skipping rail, auto sweeper. He will go right here. Boom. There you go. There we go. There won't be any water freeze. Even if it does freeze, as soon as this thing erupts, it will melt it instantly. But this isn't going to be water in here. We're just going to use some of the petrol. Why not? It's flowing through there now anyway. So we're just going to put a little spout thing on it and let it pour some of its delicious petroleum contents right down into this room. Yeah. In the steam room, yeah, if that freezes up, it doesn't really matter, does it? As soon as the sulfur geyser erupts, it will melt it. Yeah. We'll have to pick on here what we want it to be. So we need to find, what was it? Miscellaneous. No, sulfur, yes. So as soon as it detects a piece of sulfur, it will start the countdown timer. And the countdown timer will not... Well, will allow. Hang on. Yeah, we probably need to flip that, don't we? Yeah. It allows a green signal through, and this will be enable building. I'd rather it was disable building rather enable building. Yeah. I'd rather it was off. A bit like, how did we do the other one? Let's pop to Lavinia and double check. That one worked quite well. Let's follow along over here. Oh, drunk in charge of a camera. Sorry. Right, okay. If we check on this. It comes through into here, and that goes through a NOT gate and into the sweeper. Exactly. So the sweeper is active all the time, basically, until that starts running. As soon as the first piece drops out, it turns the sweeper off. When the final piece drops out, it will then start the timer for 90 seconds in this case. And that's when it will allow the sweeper to sweep out, so everything gets to sit in a nice cool chamber. And this is crude oil at 13 degrees, which is quite nice. And that is all run, still run, from the setup at the beginning, where we just pumped it out of the cold water tank. Quite nice. Hello, how are you getting on? Sat here in your... clothing, pajamas. Yeah, you got -8 athletics. Because pajamas slow you down, apparently. But, yeah, look at your skills. Machinery 24 now, athletics at 14. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's buzz back to... Yeah, they've busted through now. Good job, good job. This seems to be... no power. Oh, yeah, we busted the power wire. Sorry. We'll repair it. Don't panic. I think it was, 24, wasn't it? Not 22. Yeah. You can go over 20 if your base stat is already like 6. Then you can get 20, and then you could be 26. So, yeah, pajamas slow you down. I didn't realise that until I watched, what was it? Nathan, someone. I've forgotten his name. I shall look up his name. Mention it in the comments or in the chat. Nathan's Sandbox, that's the fella. Yeah, thank you. Right, okay, let's get that built. because this is powered off, and I want this to be a... Oh, it is a vacuum, though. It did pump a vacuum. So we could potentially actually snip that there anyway. That doesn't need to be powered. And we could dig this wire out, but I might leave it there because I might attach this conductive wire to the turbine and do something with it. I don't know what. So power-wise, that's got to be built, please. Anybody going to actually build this? Oh, Harold's building it. Right, we do have power wire there to get rid of. No, not wrong button. Deconstruct that, please. Get rid of you down to there. I'm not sure. I don't want to deconstruct all of it because we might want that. So, right, okay. Sweep out this mafic rock. These bits of iron. But we can see what we're doing. And liquid-wise, I would just put the filter thing, the vent right here, but I'm a bit worried using too much. Got a nice tank here. Using petroleum to cool petroleum is usually a bad idea. Using the same liquid to cool the same liquid doesn't usually have a good result. And also get rid of the gas pipe. The gas pipe and the vent can go. They can both go. We'll also get rid of this bit of gas piperage in the wall. Gas piperage. We don't want you. And we can then set a plumbing liquid vent. Right, I'm going to set it there and have to keep my eye on it. Because, yeah, if I don't, I will... if I set it there, it should overpressurize itself once it's filled these 3 tiles. I snip that first. Is that a good idea? Because we've got lots of other liquids here we could use. We could drop some polluted water in there. That doesn't freeze till minus 20. So it doesn't matter if this is never going to get to minus 20, but it could get quite cold. Would it be better just to pump a bit of this into the... We've already got it being pumped out. So it would probably be better rather than using the petroleum up. That's going to take, what, 3,000, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to take 3 tiles, 1,000 each tile. Yeah, I'd rather not, actually. Power-wise, I don't want polluted water off-gassing everywhere. So we chuck polluted water in here. The other one thing we've got is brine, isn't it? We've got lots of brine we could use. What's the characteristics of brine? That freezes at minus 22. And vaporizes at 102. That's probably a bit low. Like, yeah, so's that actually. 119 should be okay. This should never get that hot. Good, he said, hopefully, holding his breath. And the only other liquids we've got is ethanol. Which is even worse, 78 degree vaporization point. Yeah, so I think a little bit of polluted might be the better plan here. What's the best way of doing it? Yeah. I think the quickest by far is just going to be to grab a normal pipe, normal liquid pipe, make it out of something really common and just run it down. I think that's probably going to be the fastest way of doing that. There you go. You can do that. It's not connected, so it won't do anything anyway. Brick into there. Sweep out all the junk. Ah, it's nice to get it sorted. I'm not so happy about leaving the fan inside the room, but, you know, got to be done. It's got to be done. Might actually remove this tile for a minute and get it to sweep this sulfur into here. I can't because we haven't put in the output for the sulfur yet. We need to put that in. Yeah, we need to put in a conveyor loader. That will also add to the power requirements of this area. Fine, actually. Better. I like that. It's much neater. Right. This will probably be bricked in or turned into a door put here just in case they need access for some reason. I can't see why they would, but just in case they do, stick a door there and a door on this side, and we keep it locked for now. And the cooling loop should cool down this fairly nicely, I think. Hopefully it can cope with the temperatures of this, but it's running through there anyway, so yeah, can cope with that. It should be fine for cooling the liquid down. Cooling the little pond down. I think that's pretty much ready. And we'll link this to our supply teleporter, where we put the send stuff over there. We can join it to that rail somewhere. We could join it to that. We could put it over there. It doesn't matter how we connect to it. It will still all work. And what I'm going to do next, I think, is get these to sweep up seeds. And we'll have a filter. What I'm thinking of doing is having these run to the middle. It will go through a filter in the middle somewhere, here maybe. That can send down here into this one, this rail. And instead of this going all in the right direction, it will go to the filter here and come out of the filter and run along to join somewhere up here. It don't know exactly where yet. I think that would be a better way of doing it. That way all the food can come up. It's still off gassing, that bleachstone. But at least it's a deep freeze now. Deep frozen bog jelly. And if we want to reach that stuff out, we can just put a sweeper a bit closer. And it will be able to get that out. $20 kilos I lowered it to because it seemed like 20 kilos was as much as bog jelly as we were making in one night, sort of thing, even with 2 farms of it. We might have to kind of double up with another couple of farms underneath. We got 4 farms of bog jelly, but then I think we might make too much and use up all our polluted waters. On that, it makes an average of 3 kilograms a second, 3.01. One bog bucket consumes 40 kilos of water. That's polluted water per cycle. Per cycle is 600 seconds. But this is done in 3 kilograms per second. So need to work out how much that is. 40 kilos per cycle per second instead of per cycle. So we can work out how many we could actually support from this one polluted vent. We do have more access to, well, we obviously have this one is polluted as well. A lot colder. Then we have a cool steam vent here. We also have this water vent, water geyser. It's not like we're short of water itself, but it'll be the polluted water that we'll need to feed these guys. Unless we change the food or have a farm of a different type of food. Well, I know there are better foods to feed the tree. There are much better ones out there that you could make better. Yeah, you could make better, more calorific foods so the tree will produce more resin. Go back over to Grossalin and see if she's actually done any work. I'm not going to panic about all these being insufficient because she's probably not there, is she? That does not need to be obsidian though. Yeah, we will cancel that. That really doesn't need to be. Didn't notice that that said obsidian. So, let's get a gas pipe that isn't obsidian. We'll run it. This might be doors or something, so it might be better to go there. That will then attach to this. Like that. That's set to over 1,000 grams, so it's down to 995, so it's stopped. Next time that erupts, it will carry on pumping into here. We've now got quite a lot of gas in here. That's quite nice to see. Like it. Now she can build that with igneous. We won't waste any materials because this will be set to, if it's unbreathable gas, hydrogen. Which would then say, if it's hydrogen, if you connected it directly, it would say, if it's hydrogen, open the vent. We want to keep everything that's hydrogen, and anything that's not hydrogen, we want to chuck it out. So we put it through a knot. So if it's hydrogen, it actually shuts the vent instead of opening, because it's going through the knot gate. So when it sees hydrogen, it would normally open that. Not, it's closing it. It's feeding all the hydrogen for free, no gas power charges for filters or anything like that. And if you use filters, the ones that come in the game, you've got to pick the item you're filtering. Yeah, you could pick hydrogen and send the hydrogen on, and anything else you'd have to pump it somewhere. But this is quite nice. It just opens the vent, lets it out in the room. Yeah, you don't have to climb up weird directions to get to it, you know. You've now got to go back here to get like 4 bits of, igneous rock and then come back. That might be a better idea to tell this. Sweep only. And then go igneous rock. And then just sweep a few stacks of it into there. Turn that off and go down to raw mineral. Go for igneous. You get about, how much is in each stack? Got a lot. That'll keep her busy for a while. Rather than going back and just getting 4 pipes worth, she can actually bring a few chunks in. As long as it's not hot, actually. Let's check the temperature. There's a 53, I guess. That's okay. That way we can run this to a vacuum, basically. We can pump it completely out. Try to, anyway, between it erupting. Next time it goes dormant, it'll be easy. We can pump it out completely and make that a vacuum. And then we won't have the problem of oxygen being in here. It'll be pumped out here. And that's 5 kilos of pressure in here now. I swear it's because there's an airflow tile here, and this thing keeps just dropping loads of oxalite down. And it's just seriously overpressuring the place. Not sure. That's really high pressure. It's being created. Oh, hang on. I hear a steam turbine running. We've made steam. Hooray! Awesome sauce. Look at that. There's a bit of igneous in here. How did you get in there, a bit of igneous? A bit of igneous is going to run around the thing and be temperature checked. It's 97 degrees. So if we say, all right, if it's at the moment it'll just sort of, if it's above 6.9 degrees, it gets chucked out. So we don't want it chucking out that. That's really hot. But it's not going to get much lower than 97 degrees anyway, is it? Yeah, no, that's true. Let's set it to 120. Yeah, let's go 127, which is close to what a steam turbine could potentially cool it down to. Temperature below. Yeah, we'll have to suppress that because that's just going to be annoying. Right, and this is pumping out water here because this is actually running. I don't want that running, do I? That's got to be if it gets to above the green thing. Yeah, that's not that pressure, is it? We're going to have to snip that. And put some automation on that, because that's not right. Yeah. So, because it's so high pressure, what have we got in here? 80 kilos of pressure. Yeah, so we'll have to do it slightly differently. This thing only goes up to 20,000 grams. 20 tons of pressure, which is a bit low, actually, for what I want. Huh. That's a problem. There's a problem. Right, you can chuck everything if it's below 127 degrees, which it probably is. Let's check. Some of it's being chucked out, and the stuff that's in the conveyor loader is being put back on the line to be cooled. Of course, it's below 127 anyway, so it's just being chucked out here. But I certainly don't want all the water being chucked out. I want some of it returned, and this ammo sensor isn't going to work because it's way too low a pressure. I want a much higher concentration of steam in the room. But I don't want it so high pressure that the volcano can't erupt. These things are all right because they've got 1,000 kilos before they overpressure. But you're actually on 80 kilos now, which is a lot more than I expected, to be honest, from that bit of water that we had in here. I'll have to do a think about that, because that only goes up to 20,000. Isn't much. Get rid of this ladder now. You finished the pipe yet? No, he's going to break without finishing the pipe. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's also connect to there, be ready to continue. Probably going to double thick these walls on the sides, but I might not bother doing the top. Depends what room we end up making this. And then we'll put a bedroom in, and a dining room, and a bedroom, dining hall is and a mess hall. No, that is a dining hall. What's the one called? A rec hall. But then they don't need to keep going and standing by the mini pod every time, and they don't need to go to the rocket. They can just come in here and live in the base. There is a problem I did notice, though, that this feeds into the toilet water system on its way round, and it's a closed loop now because it just feeds from whatever's in this tank. So with that in mind, if after a long period of time you could potentially empty the cooling loop, which would be bad. I mean, empty what's in the tank, sure. Once you've got past that, you would start emptying the actual cooling loop line itself. It would take a very long time, I grant you. 1 p at a time. It'd take ages. But it is theoretically possible. It is a flaw in the system. Deconstruct buildings. Get rid of these ladder ridges. That ladder ridge there. That can go. I'm going to leave this a little bit open so that work can be done. Reach pipes and stuff that they need to get done. Actually, they can reach that. Yeah, I'll just put that like that. Once all this is deconstructed, we'll put in our second wall here, thicker wall and a thicker wall this side, and call that done. And this will have to run through the floor to get over there. So if it proves that it's too hot, we'll have to figure out a different way to run it. Because we could come down here and along underneath it. We don't have to run it this way. So yeah. If we did have enough obsidian to make the pipe out of obsidian, it'd probably be a lot better too. So yeah, we've now got to work out how hot this room is now. 123.8. We're going to say, right, this resin vaporizes at 125. Oh, that's quite convenient. That's the same temperature as the steam turbine. So if it vaporizes at 125, it will be giving off 125 degrees steam. hopefully, or maybe a bit hotter, and the turbine can run. But how can we judge the pressure in this room? We can only go up to 20,000 grams, which isn't much. That's not much for absorbing the heat that's going to come out of this thing. What? No, change to that, would you? In 4.7 cycles. Yeah, we've got a long time to decide, haven't we? 4 cycles, and we're done. I think that can go now. Don't need you there. Right, we'll wait for that to be done. Let's go back to over to Illa and see if they've run this liquid pipe for me, which they have. I'm going to steal some of your polluted waters. We're going to drop it in here. And we're going to... What are we going to do? We're going to get rid of this sulfur there, I think. Going to put that to... yeah, I want this swept out. This plastic's got to go. This sulfur's got to go. That's 76 degrees. So I'm going to set that to sleep only. And where was it? Miscellaneous. You can be swept there, or you can be sent next door. I don't care which. Bit of sedimentary there's got to go. Yeah, sorry, you're going to get wet feet now. You're not going to be happy with me. Too bad. If we build one ladder right there, you should be able to get across. Build that first. Right, they probably won't now. They'll probably run through there and do all this, and then build it. Because that's what they're like. They is dupes. Even Ellie's coming to help. Come on, Ellie. Come on, Ellie. Well done, Ellie. Good job, good job. Actually, Ellie, you can just move to there and just drop it on the floor. That will be perfectly fine. Thank you very much. Also want a little bit of conveyor rail put in right now. What should we make it out of? Copper ore. That's probably the one that's going to go just out of the room so that when this is bricked in, thanks, George. You can just drop it there. Fine. Just chuck it down. Now you don't have to get your feet wet. You can just jump in. Isn't that wonderful? And this should off-gas into here and fill this room with... will be a room with polluted oxygen. So that'll make sure everything stays nice and cool in there. Doesn't overheat. That's it. Build all that. Job done. What's this polluted water like now? 23 degrees, 24, 23.4. Every time another splash hits it, it warms up a bit more. The petroleum running through it is at like 8 degrees at the moment. It's 0.5 when it comes in. And it's coming out at 8 degrees. So it's sucking out all that heat out of that polluted water. Perfect. Can you get rid of this plastic? I think we need somewhere to dump the plastic. They're not taking it away. Yeah, have some shine nymph eggs. Can we put plastic in there, please? Give you somewhere to put it. Yeah, there you go. That's why. Right, just in case they need to come in here, I will put a proper door in. It won't be mechanised. It seems pointless. I'll just put one of these in. Gold amalgam doors for the win. There you go. They can go in there. I'll let this fill up a little bit more. I want it to at least be over 1 tile's worth of polluted water. Quickly pop back and check how things are going. I pity we can't put a tile there. That's so annoying. I don't want to get rid of old thimble reed. So that is set, correct? To hydrogen, correct. Okay. Come on. Alright, no, wrong one. That is connected into this mass storage room. We can connect that. We can cancel all of this. We can set that to above. Well, I want to try and run a vacuum if I can. It might be difficult because we're fighting against it while it's running, and I don't want it to actually no, it won't. It's fine. Yeah, let's run. So any oxygen that's coming out, these little dots of oxygen, they get puffed out into the room, and only the hydrogen is allowed past. Did we already pump all the... Come on, you can get it. Get that bit. Go on, go on, go on. Get... No, come back. Come back. Come back. Change it to gas. It was on gas anyway, technically. That bit of oxygen would come over here and get pumped out, and that would be it. Right, okay, let's go and check that it's actually working correctly. Yeah, it's all getting puffed into the room. Excellent, 80 degrees. There's another bit of oxygen coming through. That's going to get puffed. Watch this open. Puffed, there it goes. Let's check our room. No, didn't quite get all of it. That's probably gone down a bit. I don't know, actually. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's going down. Oh, 945 now. It's pumping some of it out. Come on, you can do it. Get rid of it. If that goes first, then we can... Oh, it's really low now. Come back, come back. Because the pump actually pumps in a cross shape from that left-hand tile. So that should actually... Gone! Excellent. I can now set that to above 1000, the same as the other one. Now we know it won't pump to a complete vacuum. It'll always leave 1000 in there. That's perfect. So this can now be igneous rock to there, and that can now be igneous rock to there. And we'll run this power wire down the side here and in. Like that, then we can get rid of that piece and decide how we're going to do this room. I'll leave the ladder in situ. Oh, we might leave this, actually. It seems pointless getting rid of it. We might as well stay. I mean, that's never going to be anything but hydrogen in there now. Unless the thermium turns into thermium gas. That'd be the only way anything else could ever get in there. Go back to Ila and see if our little room is filled with water. Get in there. We check in here, like 1,000 kilos should be 1 tile's worth. Yeah, so same as water. So yeah, it's got polluted germs in it, but I think the heat might eventually kill those germs. Pretty sure this switch was actually pointless. We should have just left that alone. How much is in here now? Water. Nearly a tile worth. We go and turn that, snip that pipe now. I think we've probably got enough. Should we go a little bit over? Fine if we do. Yeah, it goes. It's gone a bit over that side. That's fine. We can go over a little bit over this side as well. There's a bit of carbon dioxide holding that back, which is very annoying. Gases do that in this game. Yeah, there's a little patch. We might have to destroy that conveyor chute, put a tile there and replace the conveyor chute to get rid of that. It's going to hold the liquid at a funny angle. Don't want it to do. Hopefully we don't deconstruct it and just get another blob of gas, a different one, take up that space. Yeah, it's making it go a weird slope. Is very odd. All because there's a gas there that can't combine liquids and gases in the same tile. That can be suppressed. We don't need to see that all the time. That's got to be built, please. Will you come and build that? That's got to be deconstructed. Why did I make that out of? Never mind. Never mind. We make things out of strange materials. And this liquid pipe can go now. And we'll get rid of that there. And we'll put a tile. Uh-oh, the dogs are barking outside. Crikey. We'll put a... What is that? Sedimentary, wasn't it? Oh, it's already gone. Already straightened up. So let's put our shipping vent back. I think that's what it was. Awesome sauce. Excellent job. Then we'll set our conveyor rail out of... What are we going to make it from? We've got the most of aluminium, I think. Yep, so let's use that to run back here. Where are we going to go? I want to go up to there, don't I? So down there. Cancel that bit there. Might want to put another ladder back there again so they can hop. It'll be awkward, but they can hop across all of this. And then we'll just plumb into there. I'm going to put a direction on it. So it's got a conveyor bridge. Like that. Then go back to the conveyor rails. And just hop into there. Perfect. That way, once this on the buffer gate, once that is up, whatever time you set the buffer gate to, it'll sweep it up and send it straight to the other. Duplicants do not need to interact. We can actually lock these doors. And by lock, I mean kind of, you know, just prevent access. I'm going to actually sweep this stuff out because otherwise it will get sent next door. We'll physically sweep it out ourselves. And this room, I don't mind if this little room fills up with polluted oxygen. And yeah, so as soon as they are done sweeping that out, didn't realise I'd done that on such a high demanding priority. But yes, I did. Want this swept out as the main priority, but that's probably a bit late. So if we watch our system, now it won't sweep it up. No, we could wait for them to do that and then we can watch it work. Yeah, thanks, George. Just grab that out of there, would you? More cold waters. And I do need to run to the store, pop to the shops before they close. Here in England, our shops are all closed. They shut about 9 o'clock for me, and it's 8 o'clock nearly now. I will carry on going for a bit longer, maybe 2 hours total stream, and I'll run off and get some things done. I left that smog slug walking around, but I don't really know what to do with him. Maybe we should ranch him. Thank you, George. You've been very, very useful. You really have. And we can also get rid of, once they've, I'll just do this on a 6. This pipe can go as well. I do want to overwrite that, because I notice I must have overwritten it with the normal pipes, and I want that to be insulated so that it doesn't lose too much temperature. Hopefully, it's all right for feeding to bug buckets. By the time it's getting into the plants, it's actually 28 degrees. Maybe that's okay, actually. Don't bother doing that yet. We'll let it be a normal pipe. It can let out a bit of heat. Right, once they've done this, I must say they're working quite fast, aren't they? Up back to Grossalin and wait for our tungsten destruction to occur in 3.3 cycles. And I still haven't decided on the best manner, the best way of sorting that out. If I deconstruct you, that tile there. You reach that? Oh, okay. Don't deconstruct the wire. The tile. How hot are you now? The gas pump's pretty hot. But as long as it's in an atmosphere, it should be absolutely fine. It can't really get any hotter than the vent, which is 500 degrees. Power-wise, we can now deconstruct that bit. Boom, like that. I'm keeping this like wide, this area here, so yeah, we'll probably just get rid of this. Put these ladders in line with that, so it looks a bit better. A ladder maybe there. That's where the robot's going to go in and clean all that out, but I'm tempted to try and put a sweeper in there. I don't think it would reach the other end. No, I don't think it would. So let's get rid of that one. Rid of that one. Get rid of that one, please, Ellie. Yeah, I want to rearrange that. That doesn't look nice. That's got to come out there and up. That'd be better. Yeah, getting things sorted. Nice. And then we can have some doors, I guess. We can have a pneumatic door on the end and what have we got to build out of? An airflow tile. I'd like an airflow tile if we can. Yeah, there and there maybe. Yeah, that's nice. And one on the other end. And an airflow tile. Nice. Make some rooms. They don't need to be 9s. They can be 7s. That can be a 7 as well. And slowly get rid of this ladder. Oh, this is great. I like cleaning all this crap up. And we'll make a bedroom. We've got plastic, so we can make a proper bedroom, can't we? What size was that room supposed to be for a private bedroom? Whoever comes here deserves a bit of luxury, you know? They need a comfy bed, a decor item, and back wall tiles. Definitely need... Oh, what was it? The size of the room was what I wanted. Minimum 24 tiles. Okay, so if we go dig order here, that's 24 tiles to there. Okay. Then we need... Well, it's minimum of 24 tiles. I think we'll be good with that. There. We might have to put some airflow in the bottom as well. I'm just being careful that we're not losing too much materials that we might need. Then we'll need a bed. We'll need a furniture. We need a proper comfy bed. You can have... Oh, doing it like that, it's going to have 3 on one side and 2 on the other. That's going to be annoying. Right, we'll bring that in by 1 then, I guess. Looks a bit better. That side. Is that 24 tiles though? Or is that not? 24 exactly to there. Good. And we need back wall tiles, don't we? Crap. Yeah, let's see. We digged bunch of igneous, and we've got a bunch more igneous there to dig out. So I think I'll make it out of igneous. And oh no, not that back wall. What do we want here? Maybe there isn't a kind of was it titanium or whatever it is one? Tungsten, that's the fella. Solid charcoal. I think we'll do a bit of a charcoal wedge there and around the bed. And then we'll do some solid charcoal in the center. Oh, now it's going to game save for 5 turns. 5 turns of game save. He's not going to save 4 or 5 turns. Crikey, that'd be a long wait, wouldn't it? Be like your first day at work when I asked you to go and get a long wait. Let's end up stood outside the manager's office for 4 hours. Well, the time they sent you to get some tartan paint. Yeah, that's Can you get 2 cans of tartan paint, please? Sure, I can. That's sedimentary now. Sedimentary, my dear Watson. Oh, well, these guys have grown up. We need to make a little room for them. That would be handy, because then we could have a shearer in there and we could make our own reed fibres. Yeah, that pipe's just going to be moved down one. I put it up where the ladders were. To make it look a bit better. There, that's better. It'll go through there. It'd be better if it could go straight along here, but nah. We brought that down. That's supposed to act like a coolant for the pump. It's not the best idea in the universe. I'll probably change that, actually. If we bring it straight down and into the pump. We've got the coolant running through here anyway, so we don't need to do that. We could just kind of snip that there. And eventually that'll empty that pipe out and we can get rid of it. There you go, you can build what you want, do what you like. Within reason. Oh crikey, why is that on such a high priority? Boom. Right, now we've got to go back to there before something... Right, I want to see if this rail is all set up now. Yes, it is. If we set that to sulfur, is miscellaneous. That doesn't matter on the priority because this will be locked. Locked, yep, good. And the timer is set to 2 minutes, so we've got 78 degree. Uh-oh, what's happened? Oh, it's probably a meteor strike, is it? Something's dropped down. Dig. You dig everything out. Oh yeah, it's probably just ended then, has it? Because all the things have opened. No power. No power. That's bad. Why do you have no power? Slight technical titch. Alright, I get you. Priority that, please. That little bit there. 2 little tiles caused all that problem. Right, now we need to reconnect the power. There. Oh, sorry. And to there as well. And we need to reconnect this. Like that. And we need to make sure that right above this, that can't happen again. How are we going to do that? We need to connect it under here instead. It needs to connect around that way. The automation wire needs to come in a bit of a safer place, I would suggest. Put it underneath, up to that one, up into that one, down here, and then maybe, yeah, under there and in. I'll come back and tidy that up once they've built it. Okay, let's go back to what we were going to do, which is set this to miscellaneous sulfur. Now, all the red hot sulfur, well, I say red hot, but you know, it's 80 odd degrees. Some of it's a bit cooler because it's been sat there cooling down for ages. But no. Something's wrong here. What did we miss? Oh, the knot gate. Yes. Okay, drop that. Didn't put the knot gate in, so we need to go automation. No. Well, you can take whatever you can reach for now. That's fine. But we need to change. We need to add a knot gate to this. That's what's missing. Yeah. I knew I meant to do something. I couldn't remember what it was. We're going to pop a knot gate. Oops, all the way around there. And then we got to remember to snip that. If you build over a wire like that, you can give yourself an endless headache because you can't see what it is you're supposed to have done. So that bit that we shipped out is heading off to the jolly old Lavini, all by itself. We can modify things over there to make it get sent to a better place, but it'll be dropped right above the base. I think that's a good place to put it for now. Right, this needs to be allow in and out. We need to priority that so that they can actually build it. Then we can actually see it work properly. Probably. Maybe. Who knows? One of those things that you can build something 20 times and you'll still miss a little thing off of it or something. You'll forget a little thing and before you know it, your machine's not working. Not gate. Errands. Harold is coming. Come on, Harold. Now, I am going to get rid of this ladder again. Otherwise, they'll do weird things like hop, hop, hop along here. You've got to go around to do it. Just taking the opportunity to burn this away. Excellent. Thank you very much. Dupes. Right, I'm going to lock this again. Going to be locked. And now we're going to try and do this one more time. Miscellaneous sulfur. And polluted water is at 15 degrees. That's pretty good. Pretty chill. I mean, iron isn't the best, most radiant liquid piping in the universe. Matter. Got nothing better to do, George. So, we are now popping out that, but the buffer gate is never still giving a green signal. It's not doing anything because every time this sees the right material, so it keeps giving the green signal to the buffer. So, that's poor old sweeper is not allowed to run. It's made of lead. Did I make that out of lead? I did. And all this is dropping in at, whoa, crikey, whoops, 75 degrees. Now, in normal circumstances, this will be running in, it won't have so much of a pile of material to chuck in all at once. Under normal circumstances, it will go a lot slower. Because it takes a lot of cooling to cool a big mass, and because the game stacks everything into stacks up to 25 tons, that can actually take a long time to cool that down. But it will never start the countdown until it's got the entire stack in there and final pieces come through. I guess you could also limit it if you wanted to. You could use one of those conveyor meters and have a reset on it so that when this stops and the counter starts, do something like that. So when this is counted for 200 seconds, it resets the conveyor timer, sending another small amount through. While we've got some material in there to use, I'm going to actually have a go at that. Seems like something interesting we could try. The problem is I put this cable onto this, and it really isn't necessary. But if I unplug that from that, this will turn off because this will go red, and it will disable the building. So we definitely need a switch to enable it. So we'll probably move the switch. Move it to there. Build that along like so. Get rid of that switch. We are going to need to let the dupes past. That'll do there. Check this automation is now ticking down the 2 minutes. Well, the 200, is it 200 seconds? Yeah, 200 seconds. That's 3 minutes and something. It's not 4 minutes yet. But yeah, that'll work. That'll help. Pull down the stack, but the stack at the moment is way too big a stack. And it's going to take ages to cool that down in a pool of polluted water. 14 degrees. So, by limiting it, I think that might be an interesting idea. We've already got the automation. This automation, when it's allowed to pump, it would then start another buffer on this side, which would reset the symbol once it's had enough time to pump to sweep out whatever's in there. So you'd have to work it out. However much you allow through, you've got to give it enough time to sweep that out. Pull down. That's an interesting idea. I think we can try. Put back to Grossalin and see what's going on here. Ooh, look at that. It's made. Sweep out the steel. Sweep out that bit of igneous. I think as far as food goes for now, yeah, because you don't want the dupe here eating bog jelly. I suppose they could have a diet of mushroom, couldn't they? Could have a little bit of mushroom they could have access to. Wonder how we could do that, because that gets automatically swept up and put in there. You can't automatically just conveyor rail to a fridge, but you can have a sweeper put in a fridge. No, I don't want to do that. So I would like to make this make this one the dining room, dining hall or something. To have a. That right? Yeah, probably do that. Furniture. We'd get a water cooler in the middle of the room. Where's the middle? There is a middle. Oh, that's annoying. That's going to be set up and switched off anyway. It's going to be built and then got rid of. And then we'll put some tables in here. Mess tables. We got furniture. Mess tables. Yeah. Made them out of gold. Why not? Put a couple of gold mess tables in there. And maybe a painting. You can't do paintings yet, but I'm tempted to just let her do it before she leaves and then skill scrub her once she's done. Yeah. That's your little mess room. Mess hall. That can be built as well. Are you going to build that or what? Yeah, she's going to build it. Don't it? You can't fill it with water though, because there's no water to fill it with. Right, how are we doing? We are producing a bit of power here. This thing's going to be active in 1.6 days. And we've got 80 kilos of steam pressure in there. So, I want to check this. Yeah, this is the contents that's running back into here. So, yeah, see if we run that to 20,000 grams to 20 kilos of pressure, then I think that would be too little for absorbing the heat from this volcano. But we need to sort of maintain sort of like some kind of balance, because if we're going to drop the iso resin in here, the pressure's going to go up. Then the volume that the volcano won't be able to erupt. I don't think there's anything else you can use that would work above that pressure, like at a higher pressure. We think. Ellie could sleep there. Ellie could have a mess table here. It does mean she's got to go into the rocket to get some food. Oh, she's got some water. Where the heck did you get that water from? I hate to think. Disable the building anyway. Maybe there was some water up here somewhere. No, did she go to the rocket to get it? She got it in the rocket. No, because that would have been pea water, wouldn't it, if she got it in here? The heck did she get water from? Was it mopped up somewhere? Did I mop some water up? I don't know. I want to dig all this out as well now. This is dangerous though, because there's a potential that she'll trap herself up here, be unable to reach any materials to save herself. So there is a little stack of igneous there. We're just going to lose out on that stack because I'm going to leave it there in case she ends up trapped up there. And I do want to replace this because we'll get this obsidian as well then. Yeah, do that. I'll give us a bit of obsidian. If we turn one of these into a... So that's the dining room. I thought, well, we want a... what's it called? Room. I want a little bit of space to just use to do whatever we want to do. Stable we could make. That only needs to be 12 because we don't have many of these guys. Thimble reed seeds. Okay, fine. We'll have those. There's some more bug jelly being eaten. Next, if we had a sweeper up here and a pneumatic door there instead, and I had a sweeper here, sweeper could take a bit of bog jelly and put it in a fridge right here. Right? If we had a fridge, it eats, it sure does. We had a pneumatic door there that's locked so the dupe can't get in, and then a sweeper right there. Then the shrooms can be, you know, some of them can be stored in the fridge because you can tell the fridge to just have a small amount of food in it. It doesn't have to have much. You put the fridge there. Build an igneous rock fridge. Power it as well, which is really please all these power wires that have got so much on them. Yeah. They won't run very frequently anyway. And then we would need that would need to stick out there. We need to change this for a pneumatic door. I'm worried if I break this down, she's going to want something in there and run in to get it. Like that bit of aluminum ore there. No, she's not permanently living here. We're just making a base. We're just making it sort of habitable so that whoever comes here can potentially stay. They wanted. I just thought, like, it seems like the bog jelly doesn't have any food germs in it. If we use the fridge here and we just drop that down to say 10 kilos, we set that to bog jelly. If we were to destroy this and put a door there, I'm not going to do it now because Ellie will sod off to bed right in the middle of such things. Let's see what she does. These are going to start self-harvesting in a minute. We could set it to mushrooms, but I don't think they harvest frequently enough to fill that, whereas we get a lot more bog jelly coming in. Yeah, there's a lot. It's a high-pressure room now. I don't know why it got so high pressure. There's something to do with that, this oxalite being dropped by the puffs. Seems to just be loving to off-gas. I changed her table to there and her thing to there, so she should come here, shouldn't she, to sleep? I don't know where she's gone. Oh, she's gone to get some food. Fair enough. Yeah, once we've cleared or done something with all this polluted water, whatever plan we're going to do with it, we won't need to wear a suit inside the base anymore. Nice, delicious. So this room, we'll put the party line phone in here instead. And we'll put in something for her to do. She just likes to chat to people, but I want it to be a proper little room. So what's it called? Laboratory? No. Rec room. What's the rec building? Maximum size 96 tiles. Minimum size 12. Oh, that's fine. We can make a little rec room for her. Oh, yeah. What did I need to check? Decor item, recreation building, minimum 12 tiles. So I think we'll just match the bedroom above it. Pop it like that. Airflow tile like that. And then she can actually have a proper rec room to come into. It does need a decor item, so I don't know what I can use for that. Flower pot? Is the flower pot under food? Or is the planter pot? Yeah, I think it's a food thing, that, isn't it? Or, oh, what about the, no, the flower pot. The flower pot. That's what I was thinking of. Not the planter pot. Thank you. How about, what have we got in the way of thermium? We've got 335. No, that's not enough. Crap. We could have done a, what we did for Ashcan. We could have done a, one of those metal blocks. Oh, we got to tidy up that. Oh, don't let me forget. I'll forget. You know I'll forget. Right, where is Ashcan's bed? Oh, crikey, I'm lost. There it is. Ashcan's bed, and he's got his own statue made out of niobium. He's got a niobium statue. Right, okay. This seems to be ready. Yeah. Got to be quite quick at this, I guess, because what I'll need is an automation. Here we have steel. Can make a steel one. We need another buffer gate. Flip that round like that and pop it right after this. Going to connect into there. And we got to snip that off. I don't know how we're going to do that bit. Yeah. What we need is a conveyor rail thingy. We can't get in here to put it in properly where it should go, but we can put the conveyor meter, let's call it. Call it by its proper name. We can put it there. Then that would be snipped off. Oh, crikey, how are we going to get to there? That's cool. Actually, we could run it through there, couldn't we? It's a bit far away. You want it as close to this as you can, but we don't have the space to squeeze it in. I'm not going back in here again. Well, theoretically, we could. It's quite easy to go back in here. It's still dormant. I just wanted to see if it would work in practice, in theory, though. So this would reset that, you see? This perfect lineup. Actually, that was good luck. That would reset that. Actually, that's probably too long a signal. We just need it to go dump and do that. Yeah, it'd have 7 cycles to get in. I just want to test it and see if the concept actually works. So instead of it running through that straight away, we want it running into here. And out of here. But then it's got to run through there to trigger the system. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Around like that, I guess. Or how are we going to do it? I'll move that into the middle, I think. This can go to the center. And I only put that there because they were getting, like, you know, yucky feet. So we'll put that there. We'll move that to the middle. We'll get rid of the rail. Not the rail, the chute. Deconstruct you. That way we can... Yeah, they're going to get wet and annoyed and whatever, but, you know, never mind. That's what you get when you live here. You get wet feet. I just want to see if it's worth it, because I don't want to bust into here if it's not actually worth doing. But, yeah. So when this activates and allows the sweeper to activate, I want this to... Actually, that's the wrong... I don't want a buffer then, do I? Because that gives out a green signal all the time. I want it to only give out a signal to pulse that to send the next batch through once this has already been swept. So actually, I'm going to deconstruct that. We're going to try the other one instead, the filter gate instead. Filter gate will only allow a signal through after, if the green signal's been going long enough. So we can set that. See how long whether that works. That might work. Pop that into there. Build all this junk. Oh, nuts. That needs power as well. Well, it's in the right place. Add to that wire. Why not? Only got like, you know, 1400. No, that's fine actually. That's not as bad as I thought. Now this one needs to go. Thanks, Ellie. Come and help out. I'm not sure what she did there, actually. I'm not sure she did anything. I think she picked up some iron. Yeah. Now let's go back to Grossalin. Yeah, I'm going to have to break that up because that's annoying me. But I was trying to keep the thimbleweed, natural planted thimbleweed, as long as possible. You got anything on here? We got a buddy bud. Plant it. Come on. Oh, yeah. And we have a rec room. Awesome sauce. That's great. I like it. I wonder if that means we could put one in here. Maybe one in here. Oh, yeah. I don't pick dupes that have allergies. Look at that. Beautiful. 5.1 might be too pressured for it. What's its pressure like? No, it's fine. 10,000. Sometimes I get a random dupe if I've like got one out of the frozen thing or whatever. And that is now still a barracks. Oh well. Put a buddy bud in it then. And that is a mess hall. So I definitely have to teach her some art skills and then wipe her before she goes, because otherwise she will start losing it. Yeah, she's not going to be a happy bunny. Let's dig out all of that. I'll probably dig right up to there. I think this row is diggable as well. Just a little bit worried she's going to get stuck up there, but at least she's got some igneous rock to build some ladders to get out. Get stuck when you're up there, you're in trouble. So now we've got 2 hydrogen vents. Ha ha ha. Oh dear. I've got to get brave enough to open this because I don't want her to get stuck in there. Yeah, she'll go in there and get attacked by a tree. And we'll set that one to the other buddy bud. So, yeah, we've got buddy buds all around. And we want the station. I want the skills scrubber. I want to see how tall it is. Oh, it'll fit in here. Well, that's quite useful then. Does mean I want to get rid of that plant. Don't really want it right up this end. Put it over here somewhere. Well, considering. Let me think on it for a bit. Reed fibre. We've got 41 units left, but we can fire reed fibre over if we need to, so that's not wholly a problem. I was going to turn this into a little Echo Ranch type thing. I suppose we could make this whole space here a Draco Ranch, because it's kind of just not doing anything much. Yeah, there should be 3 plants. It said 3 seeds. So she should be able to do that. When are you going to erupt? 1.3 cycles. Well, that's going to be a cliffhanger edge because I'm going to have to run to the shop or I'm not going to get anything. Everything's going to close and I'm going to be stuck. So, let's go. Not liquefiable. Not liquid. I want to look for miscellaneous. That's what I want. Yeah. Sulfur. That will be swept out of there. I want this or crap all swept out. Oh, crikey. That's the problem with this tool. Is you forget it's actually active. Right, so what I want to do there is this is going to have to be slightly altered because this only goes up to 200 seconds. Only lets a green signal through if the input has been green for longer than the filter time. What I'd have to do is leave this one on 200 seconds. I'm going to make this one like 199 seconds. Oh, make it 198. That'll give that just a chance just to pulse and reset this. So it'll send some more through. After the 200. Oh, I think that'll work after. It should work after. Because it'll count to 198, the same as this one will. And then for the last 2 seconds, it'll trigger that. Which is probably not right, is it? Yeah, that's probably not right. I want to think on that as well. That might need some additional. Yeah, that will. Oh, okay. We might need to double up on that or something. Yeah, I want enough time to sweep out what's in here before it starts chugging through and letting another lot in. But yeah, that's interesting. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Right, okay. Don't like all this. I prefer that when a bit more direct, but hey, this is just a trial run. And then it'll go sort of like that. And then there will be the conveyor chute. Smack in the middle where it should be. Perfect. And everything's on a 9. Because of course it is. Yeah, so this needs to be closer to this. So what I'd probably do is lay this down here and put this on top of it there. And then have the automation wire coming into this to tell it when to reset and have that set to have however many you want to let through. So if you want to let it through in stacks of, say, 100 unit stacks or something. I don't know, whatever you want to set it to. And then it will drop that in and let it cool down for 2 minutes and then sweep it out and send it away. I mean, if we weren't bothered about this temperature getting high, then we could just run it through here on its way back. Wouldn't even bother with this room. Just run it through here, let it drop its heat into the polluted water, and then just drop it into there and send it off. By the time it's travelled through the water, it would have lost a lot of temperature. But unfortunately, if we let this get too much hotter, we're gonna have to start actually actively cooling this, I think. Because if it gets too much hotter, our plants aren't going to grow. And that would be sad. It would be very sad. Right, automation wire. Come on, let me click. Thank you very much. Right, okay, that's just a wasted piece. Out. This will be, if it works, we'll sort it out. But I don't think this is going to work how I imagined it. Because after the 2 minutes, it activates that. Then I want this to be waiting until all of that is swept out before it triggers that. And I think it will trigger it immediately. Not what I wanted it to do. Only lets a green signal through if the input is green. So we may have to do that slightly differently. It should work. I'm not sure. We'll have to see it in practice and see what actually happens. So we'll sweep this junk out of here. Can you take that, Ellie? Is it standing around in here? Can you take that away? Ellie? Well, get the heck out then. Standing in my room. Right, so that's already set. This has got to be set too. Where is it? Miscellaneous sulfur. And that is set to 100 units. Let's see what happens. Starts chunking out. It lets 100 units come through, which should be what? That's a lot. 80, 100. There we go. That should stop now. 100 drops in. The automation starts to tick to allow it to cool down. Because the last piece has dropped in. The pile of sulfur in here, there is 220 kilos. That's a lot more than I thought it should have let through. Hey. Right. I think it will work properly after next time. Probably doesn't need all 200 seconds. It is cooling down now. Fairly quickly. And then the idea is, after the timer is ticked away, let's say it's, you know, it's done. We'll speed it up a little bit. We'll make it 30 seconds just for testing purposes. And we'll make that another, whatever, 30 seconds as well. That won't trigger, or shouldn't trigger. Will it trigger? Yeah, I think it will actually. Shouldn't let anything through until after the timer is ticked. So that's what I'm hoping for. So we've sped it up, so it's not going to get as cold this time as it should do. Just a test run. That triggers the sweeper, so the sweeper can put out. Now you need enough time on this one to allow that to sweep all of whatever it's dropped in there to allow it to cool. And it's done it all. It was like 2 mouthfuls. So then this will slowly go down. Sweeper stays active. Once the timer's done, it should reset. Resets that. Allows another batch through. That's awesome. I like that. This allows another batch through. Timer counts down. Once the last piece has dropped in, the timer counts down, allowing it to cool down. And yeah, I think that should work. I will increase that. That needs a lot longer. That needs 90 seconds. Let's do that. Seconds to that one. Oh, I don't know if you can actually. Might have to do that. Yeah, because it's a different filter. That gives it a bit of time to drop it in there and to sweep it away. And also, obviously, we can increase the amount. 100's way too small. Oh, did you kick in already? Crikey, you did. Now this kicks in after the timer is up. And let's another batch through. I think we'll just, you know, whack that up. No, not that 500. Too much. 200. Yeah, let 200 through. That's why we meter the amount that comes through. So we're not chucking huge batches in here. It's going to take hours to cool down. And each little batch is coming out here. Well, at the moment it's quite high because we were just doing a test run. But once we've set it correctly, take a bit of playing with, but we will set it correctly. At this point, I would like to say, if you're watching this later on YouTube, I thank you for watching, and I hope you would drop a like and maybe a subscribe if you can. Great. And if you're watching this on VODs later on, hi, hello. Perhaps you could join me live next time. I'll see you around. I have got to get dash into the shop because it will close at 9 o'clock and I won't get anything. So I will catch you all later. Thank you for coming. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.